guys, it's Carlo from Top Gear, and today on Hot Gear we'll be reviewing the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. So as you can see here, we did a quick preview of this the other day, Kameni Charles, but this is the actual review, nagamit na namin, and we were able to use it for some shoots. That thing never gets old. So we're here right now in the Auto Complex in Libis, and we're here at Second Skin Coffee and Bar. And thank you, Archie, for letting us use your place now for samples. But this is the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. So you can see important features niya. It's got multiple sensors out front with the stabilized gimbal. It's got sensors on the top and on the bottom, as well as cameras there. So as you're flying, actually, the screen will show that you're about to hit something, or at least it'll show you an image of what you may or may not hit, no? In terms of specs, we are looking at a Hasselblad camera with a 4/3 CMOS sensor and 100 megapixel resolution. For photos, it's a bit crazy. I'll show you some sample photos here. The detail is amazing, actually. So this is a sample photo of 100 megapixels, the full shot, and here's a very close crop of the 100 megapixels. As you can see, it's quite detailed, it's quite sharp, we love it very much. Now, in terms of video recording, this camera can do 6K 60 FPS HDR video and 4K 120 FPS slow motion. That's more than most cameras. In fact, our DJI Pocket 3 can't even keep up with this. Now, we do hope that the Pocket 4 eventually becomes this sensor, because DJI owns Hasselblad after all. But, you know, DJI, baka naman. Now, in the box, you've seen it already in the unboxing, but you do get 3 of these massive batteries and 1 in the drone, and you get this controller. So this is the interface of the DJI Mavic 4 Pro controller. But funny enough, you swipe up, then you realize this whole interface is just Android. Now, Android means that you get a lot of flexibility in the apps and also in the way it works. There's even a simulator built in. We showed it in the preview. Here it is again. Now, in terms of controls, the controller is quite well made. It's very solid. As you fold the screen down, the control knobs actually fold in also. You also have your antenna here to extend the range. Now, in terms of range of the drone, we weren't able to try it so much because in the Philippines, we are limited to visual flight. But this one can go up to, they say, 30 kilometers. Now, I'm sure that 30 kilometers is really more of a best case scenario, no buildings, no electronics in the way. But even then, when we last flew it quite high and quite far, we still were able to get about maybe a kilometer with no problem, no degradation in signal, and still all the sensors working. Now, in terms of flying the drone, it's got sensors all around. So as I mentioned a while ago, this drone will detect obstacles, and you can program it to either avoid the obstacle or stop the drone entirely. Now, the nice thing about that is when you're flying, sometimes you won't be able to keep track of what's the right, left, above, or below the drone. The drone will be the one to tell you that it's about to hit something, and it's either going to avoid it or stop completely. That's a good safety net, especially with a drone this price. Now, in terms of flight time, DJI quotes about 51 minutes of flight time. Were we able to get 51 minutes? Not really. We probably got a little bit closer to 30 to 40 minutes of flight time, but that's pretty good given that this is a massive drone with a massive sensor. So we were able to fly it indoors, relatively no problem. This is Auto Complex. This is all their shops, and there's some of the cool cars that you can see here. But in terms of flying indoors, it's a bit of a challenge because the obstacle detection is quite good. So it can sense the ceiling, the floor, and the side to side. So sometimes it's a bit hesitant to move in a direction if it feels that there's an obstacle on the way, which is a good thing. Now, in terms of cons, one, the price. The DJI Mavic 4 Pro comes in at 114,790 pesos. And the Fly More kit, which is what we got here with the extra batteries and the RC2 controller, comes in at 140,890 pesos. Now, is that a lot for a drone? Yes, but the way we think about it is that a lot for a Hasselblad 4/3 CMOS sensor? Not so. Is it a lot for a sensor that can do 6K 60 FPS? Not so. In terms of the quality of the images out of this camera, we feel it's one of the best drones out there today. Now, in terms of flying, is it easy to fly? Well, that's what the controller is for. You can actually run the simulator here, get used to flying it, change the controls up here and there, and then learn how to fly. Now, while you're flying it, you can actually turn on a cruise control mode, which means you can just lock the speed in one direction, click a button, turn it on, and it will fly in that direction indefinitely or until there's an obstacle. We found that that helps getting those cinematic shots, cinematic pans, while concentrating on where the drone is and what it's flying over. So about shooting with it, the zoom range is quite easy to use. You have a 1x, a 2.5x, and a 5x zoom. And the 5x zoom just really helps in getting that very nice, very flowy cinematic footage. In fact, the 2.5x zoom does the same thing also. Now, that's one of the best things about it, because the original DJI Mini that we have doesn't actually have a different lens or a different zoom. So here you have optical sensors and you have optical lenses that allow you a little bit more flexibility when you're shooting. In terms of flying, is it difficult? No. It's actually one of the friendlier drones that we've flown because of all the sensors and all that, so it doesn't really get in the way. And in terms of the practicing modes that you have in this, it's actually very easy to learn and it's easy to fly. Now, let's go through some pros, cons, and should you buy this drone. In terms of pros, it has some of the best video quality we've ever seen. In fact, here's our sample that at first doesn't look so special until you realize I was just holding the drone in my hands like it was a giant Pocket 4. Shout out to DJI, please make this your Pocket 4. As you can see, the image quality is quite good, even in low light situations. And it shoots so well and so stable that honestly, had this just one more axis of stabilization, we would have replaced our Pocket 3 with this one. Now, another pro is that you do come with 3 giant batteries. They kind of don't last 51 minutes, but 40 minutes flight time, 34 minutes flight time, and the drone this big with a camera that nice is quite good already. And number 3, it takes really good photos. 100 megapixel RAW files means that you can really crop in and really have control over the kind of shot you want. We've never had a camera like this. It opens up a lot of possibilities. You can fly up way above your target, zoom in, take a nice 100 megapixel shot, and then crop in to get the right framing for your shot. We like it a lot. Now, the last pro is this controller. It's so easy to use, it's quite big, it's got extra buttons here in the back, and it has the simulator built in. The simulator being built in is a life-changing feature because it allows you to try the drone in a safe virtual environment before actually flying the drone. Now, in terms of cons, one, the price. The price for this drone is not the cheapest, definitely. You're spending the same money you would in the interchangeable lens mirrorless camera. That being said, we feel that as a flying camera, it's one of the best deals you can get. It's easy to fly, it's relatively light. Yes, it's a little bit bulky to carry around, but once you do carry it around, you want to shoot with it. That's something that makes it a special drone for the semi-professional or for the enthusiast. Another con might be that it's a little bit scary to fly in the sense that yes, it handles easily, and yes, it moves quite fast, and it's a bit safe with all the sensors, but as it flies around, you hear those blades buzzing above you, you feel the downdraft from the propellers, and it's a little bit scary knowing that it's flying at such a high rate of speed around you with blades this big, and these are big blades. So, that being said, should you buy one? Well, if you're just starting out in drone photography or videography, maybe not, but if this isn't your first drone, and you are into drone photography and you want higher quality photos, higher quality video, and an easy to use package, this DJI Mavic 4 Pro might just be for you. It's Carlo from Hot Gear. Thank you for joining me in this review. And my God, it's really hot here. But thanks also to Auto Complex for hosting us and letting us shoot here. The shots we got here are amazing, and I hope that people drop by and visit here in Libis and QC.